Hello students, today we'll study about numbers. So let's recollect what we know about numbers. We know about natural numbers, whole numbers, integers and rational numbers. So let's study about these numbers first. So under rational numbers, we have first integers and fractions. These two come under rational numbers. Under integers are whole numbers. Whole numbers are also part of integers, and there are other numbers which are part of whole numbers and they are known as natural numbers. Now why I've written below them one below the other is because the natural numbers, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on till infinity, these numbers also come in whole numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, but they start with 0. So 0 is the starting number in whole numbers. Integers, in integers we have the same natural numbers known as the positive integers, so 1, 2, 3, 4 so on, plus the 0 and the negative integers like -1, -2, -3, -4 and so on. So you can see in integers there are infinite numbers from both the sides. From one side they are increasing positive numbers, from one and from other side they are decreasing negative numbers. Now let's look at fractions. Fractions are written in the form m upon n, where m and n both are integers. It can be positive or negative integers. So let's take some examples like 3 upon 1, then 4 upon 2, then I can take -3 upon 6, -2 upon 3, etc. So here m is all the numbers written on top, that is the numerator, and n means all the numbers written down, that are the denominators. So m and n, the numerator and denominator in a fraction should always be integers, and n should not be equal to 0. So 2 upon 0, -3 upon 0, 17 upon 0, these numbers are not rational numbers. So till now what we have studied about rational numbers, that in rational numbers we have all these numbers come under rational numbers. These are all rational numbers. Fractions, integers, whole numbers, all these numbers are rational numbers. Now if you see in the rational word, you can see a ratio hidden in it. So rational numbers means those numbers which you can write in the form of ratio. Now what do you mean by ratio? Ratio means one number upon the other number. For example, m upon n. Now integers, you can see they are not in the form of m upon n, but they still are. For example, 2 can be written as 2 upon 1. So it is in the form of m upon n. 3 can be written as 3 upon 1. So it is in the form of m upon n. -3 upon 1, -4 upon 1. So you can see integers can be written as ratios. Now -4 upon 2, if I cancel it, I get the number 2, which means that this ratio is also a integer. Then 8 upon 2. 8 upon 2, if I cancel, I get the number 4. 4 is an integer, means this ratio is an integer. So you can see integers also can be ratios. Similarly, I have written one more ratio here, 4 upon 2 in the form of m upon n. If I cancel it, I get the number 2. So 2 is integer which is also written in the form of m upon n. So now what we studied? We studied natural numbers, that they start from 1 and they go to infinity. Similarly, whole numbers start from 0 instead of 1 and they go to infinity, same like the natural numbers. Then we have integers. Integers are positive integers, negative integers and 0. If we use all these integers, we can make different fractions. So these all fractions are written in the form of m upon n, where m is the numerator and n is the denominator. Now these integers, fractions all come under rational numbers. So you can see all these are rational numbers. So what's the definition of rational numbers? The numbers of the form m upon n are called rational numbers. Here m and n are integers and n is not equal to 0. So n can be 1 but it cannot be 0. When n is 1, they are integers. When n are different numbers, they are fractions. For example, now if I write 7 upon 0, 1 upon 0, minus 9 upon 0, these are not rational numbers.